An Afternoon at Emmy's by Gail M. Griffin, illustrated by Mike Eagle. This is the front of the book, the spine of the book, and the back of the book. An Afternoon at Emmy's. This is the title page. An Afternoon at Emmy's by Gail M. Griffin, who's the author, illustrated by Mike Eagle, who drew the pictures. Hurry up, you two, said Karen. It's starting to rain harder. Besides, my arms are getting tired. We're almost home, Linda answered. Come on, don't complain, said Emmy. We don't like the rain either. Emmy and Linda pushed the wheelchair along as Karen held two umbrellas over the three of them. I'm sick of this rain, Karen complained. When it's raining, we can't play ball in the park or do any other fun things outside. I wish we didn't have to stay inside again today, especially with Mrs. Wilson. She's not so bad, said Linda. And at least we get to be together until our parents get home. The three girls had been friends as long as they lived in the same apartment building, which was as long as any of them could remember. It may not be so bad for you, Karen said, but she worries too much about me. She thinks I can't do anything for myself. Maybe we can stay at my house, Emmy suggested once they were inside the apartment building. No way, answered Linda. You know we can't stay without a grown-up. But my mom's home today, Emmy replied. If we promise to be really good, maybe we can play there. Why is she home? Asked Karen. Mom's studying for a big test for tonight's school, Emmy answered. Her boss gave her the afternoon off. It's really important. I didn't know grown-ups had to go to school, said Karen, or take tests, added Linda. If she passes this test, she may get a better job, Emmy explained. Okay, we'll be quiet as mice, Linda promised. Anything but Mrs. Wilson, saying, Let me do that for you, dear, said Karen, and she skillfully wheeled her chair into the elevator and pressed the button for the fourth floor. Why aren't you girls with Mrs. Wilson? Asked Emmy's mother as the three girls came in. Please, Mom, begged Emmy. May we play here this afternoon? We'll be really good. We promise. Karen and Linda nodded in agreement. All right, we'll give it a try, said Emmy's mother. I'll call Mrs. Wilson and tell her you're here, but you have to be really good. And no TV, no music, just quiet for at least an hour. We promise, the three girls said all together. I'm sorry this place is such a mess, girls, Emmy's mother added. I haven't had my nose out of my books for days. We understand, said Karen. Sure, Linda agreed. If you girls get hungry, have some milk and peanut butter crackers, said Emmy's mother. But remember, any interruptions and it's off to Mrs. Wilson's. Let's play Go Fish, Karen suggested. Card games are quiet. Emmy went to the drawer where the cards were kept, but the box they came in was empty. Oops, she said. Mom and I played cards on Sunday morning before she read the paper, and I colored with my crayons. The cards are missing. Emmy started looking around the room. I know they're around here somewhere, she said, and she looked under a pile of newspapers. We'll help you find them, Linda said. But first, do you have a brown grocery bag? Sure. How about two of them? Coming up. Emmy tiptoed past the room where her mother was working and returned with the bags. But what game can we play with these? She asked. We'll make it up as we go along, said Linda, taking charge. First, we're going to put the papers and the soda cans into the bags for recycling. I'll do the papers, Karen volunteered. Then I'll pick up the cans, Linda said. Emmy, you put away the other things because you know where they belong. In no time, the living room was neat and the cards and crayons were back where they belonged. It looks great, said Emmy. Thanks. We're not done yet, Linda said firmly. Where do you keep the dust cloths? So the three girls dusted everything in the room. Tables, chairs, lamps, and even each other. Now I'm hungry, Linda announced. Me too, said Karen, wheeling herself into the kitchen ahead of the others. I guess you had spaghetti for dinner last night, Linda remarked, spying the dried strains on a plate beside the sink. How did you guess? Joked Emmy, putting the plate in the sink. I'll get the milk, Linda offered. I can reach the silverware drawer, Karen said. Oops, said Emmy. No clean glasses. No knives either, reported Karen. Wait, said Emmy. I'll wash glasses and knives for us. No way, Linda said. Let's wash and dry all these dishes and clean up this room too. Good idea, said Karen. But I can't reach the sink. I'll wash, you dry, and Emmy can put things away. I can't reach the high shelves, Emmy said, but I can stack things on the counter. Okay, said Linda. Let's get started. Linda filled the sink with soapy water while Emmy and Karen collected the dirty dishes. Then, as she washed each piece, she handed it to Karen, who dried it and passed it on to Emmy to stack. When everything was washed and dried, Emmy said, Now we can eat. Not so fast, Linda said. Are we going to leave the floor like this? Karen to the rescue, Karen said proudly. Sweeping is my job at home because my feet don't get in the way. Okay, said Emmy. I'll hold the dustpan. I'll wipe the counter, said Linda. When they had had their snack and cleaned up again, the three girls looked proudly at the shiny, clean kitchen. Now this looks like your house again, said Linda. Yes, our house is not usually such a mess. It's just that Mom has been studying every minute, Emmy explained. We know, Karen said. Your house is usually as clean as a whistle. When Emmy's mother came out of her room, she found the three girls quietly playing Go Fish. You three amaze me. I never dreamed you could be quiet for so long. She looked around at the clean room. Through the kitchen door, she could see the neat stacks of clean dishes. You girls are too much. What a wonderful job you've done. It's great to have three such hard workers. 4, said Emmy proudly. You've been working hard too. Linda and Karen nodded in agreement. So I have, she said. Now I think all 4 of us have earned a treat. Linda and Karen, call your mothers and see if you can have pizza with us. I have just enough time to send out for some before I take Emmy to Carol's and leave for school. Great, the 3 friends said all together. Thank you. Thank you, said Emmy's mother. And for another treat, we'll use paper towels so no one has to clean up.